Kalpashree, I'm Zareen Khan from TheHinduZone, and this platform is for the guidance for the aspirants of UPSC exams or different competitive exams. So many congratulations from the team of TheHinduZone, and it's lovely that you have cracked this toughest exams of India. So many congratulations.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
And first of all, a very common question you must be hearing, that how are you feeling now?
It's great, good, happy. I'm happy for all, for me and my family.
I must be. Okay, you must know that top three, there are three girls who topped in these exams. And so how are you feeling that, girls are beating the boys?
Yes, ma'am. It's a proud movement that the girls have topped exams,
Yes.
and it feels great that especially we see in India where girls are not promoted in education. They do get early married, and they're just think to we think that women are especially they work as a homemakers, but now it's changing and girls are giving this exam and they're into administrative field. It feels great, ma'am.
Obviously, we have seen us. Obviously, we are not from that generation, but we know about a generation where women were supposed to be a homemaker only. They have to raise their children. But it's good that women are coming into administration field. So, what inspire you to to go for this civil services? I mean, is there any inspiration from your family, friends, or some other, like you always had this dream career?
Yes, ma'am. Well, I studied in Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya. It's 7 years of schooling, which central government sponsor for us. So I have taken much benefit from the government, and there's a provision that I do got scholarship for my studies, though I'm not from a very good background. But because of all the support that our nation has given us, so I thought before starting my career, I had got placed in Wipro. When I went through other opportunities that are available for me, IAS is the one, civil services was the one that motivated me so much. I was inspired by that. Though I was not able to clear in first two attempts, that itself made me to take it as a challenge and clear this exam in my fourth attempt.
All right, so you have given, this was your fourth attempt, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me something about your family and family support, if you are comfortable.
Yes, ma'am. My father started as an Group D in government service, and he's now Group C. So he has an aspiration that my daughter would be some way she'll be in Group A service someday. So that I fulfill today. So he's so happy. And my brother is in Indian Army, and he's also most like always supporting pillar for me. My father and my brothers, along with my mother, who had helped me in my difficult times last year when I couldn't clear in the interview stage when I couldn't make into the list. So they and supported me, and my individual motivation also has kept me far.
All right. Obviously, you have very supportive family, and lucky you are. And everybody is lucky that when we have a supportive family, because we come to know that there are few cases where women don't get chance or family support. What were your strategies? Like, how did you prepare? When did you start preparing? And what what was your stream in graduation like?
My stream was electronics and communication engineering, and I started in 2017. I gave my prelims in 2017 and 18, in which I couldn't clear. Then I stayed in Delhi in 2018, 17 to 18 in Delhi. I took classes in Vachiram and Ravi. Then I came back to Bangalore, started preparing from there in Insights IAS, writing mains test series specially. But after that, due to lockdown in 20 and 21, I stayed in home and studied for mains and all. In between the prelims and mains, I took again test series in Insights IAS. So it's been journey of 5 years where I have taken help from the mentors and several institutions that had guided me, given directions in which how I should be able to write. And it's also individual hard work and the patience and the family support that it has done.
Okay, mainly when we are here to guide the students, and the most common question we get from the aspirants, it is like, ma'am, please help us to know that how to choose optional, because there are number of subjects, and people optional does matter a lot. So what how did you choose, and if you are going to guide them, so how would you suggest that? What is the way to choose an optional?
First, most one thing aspirant should consider the interest. How much ever the time we spend with the optional, it requires lot of time dedicated for it because it constitutes around 500 marks. So my option was geography. Since I come from a technical background, engineering, so I thought geography would be some scientific thinking, as well as I was interested in knowing about geographical phenomena that are happening. When tsunami happened, I always thought, when do I learn much about it? And again, any precipitation or rainfall, there was a curiosity in me that kept me going always. Something deeper we have to learn in optional because we have to write answers thoroughly and specific to that point. So optional should be based on one's interest and one's curiosity to know about the subject. So I choose geography, though people said it is vast and you cannot score well, but this time geography was the one who has which got me into the rank list actually. So it's
Okay.
all about, it's either difficult or not getting good marks. It depends on all your interests that will get you marks.
Yes. Okay. Since you told us that you have taken coachings and you took help and support from the coachings, so there are students, those who sometimes those who are not able to make it, and sometimes those who are able to make it without the coachings. Is there anything you want to suggest regarding the coachings, that whether one should go for it or not? What are the problems you feel during the coachings, or what is the benefit to have coaching?
Especially students like me who I didn't know anyone in my family doing civil services or my own brothers or sisters doing. So I didn't had any guide for me like what to start with. In 17 and all in Bangalore, there was no institution as such. So we used to think we have to go to Delhi to get very good coaching classes and all. Even the internet was not that I was not much using it, but by these times everything during lockdown had come online. So coaching gives a direction, but it's all depends on the individual to do hard work and have that patience with dedicated and disciplined life, then only they can achieve. So hard work and the patience is must. Coaching helps us in getting to know things little early and in a better way, but it all depends on one's individual hard work. Ma'am, I'm not able to hear.
Okay, sorry, my mic was muted.
Okay.
So you're saying that obviously coaching does help, but they help you in directing, giving you directions, or many other way. But obviously you are the one who needs to work hard and keep patience, obviously.
Yes, ma'am.
And what was your strategy during the preparation, or any specific strategy for completing current affairs or something like that?
Yes, ma'am. I had a specific routine. Every morning I used to go for yoga, 5:30, 5:30 to 7, yoga meditation I used to do. And 7 to 9, we have to identify our study hours. So which will be like more productive. Generally, I used to study in the morning hours, 7 to 10, the most productive hours. After that, I used to have breakfast. Then I was not able to study, means I used to take tests. Whichever the topic I had studied, based on that we have to test our knowledge, then only we can recall, remember things. And then in the afternoon I used to have a discussion with my friends, especially during like last year during the mains, answer writing is most important. For prelims also, solving more number of mock tests, more number of questions, especially focusing on pyqs of UPSC. That helped me a lot. This was my strategy where I focused more on pyqs. And then the class notes I had, and the standard books for geography optional. So this is overall where optional has a separate strategy. Prelims has some specific strategy. For mains we have to practice answer writing. For interview taking, having an interaction with the senior officers and having a mentor, discussing with them. I used to attend Insights IAS Vinay sir's mock sessions, one-to-one mock sessions. Then I took several mock interview as well in Delhi. So this all helped me to sail through this one.
All right. And one more thing, like you said that this was your fourth attempt. So when it was not like when you were not able to make it in first attempt, so how did you, it needs a lot of patience again, that you have to start that journey again and you have to give it another try. So there was the mental stress and maybe there was some confusion, or how did you manage to deal with this?
Yes, for every aspirant, there'll be self-doubt. Every day, it makes us think that, can I able to do this? Am I worth it? But what I found with the hard work, every day we have to put some hours of studies. Definitely, it will be paying off for us one or the other day. As I said last time, I couldn't be in the list. I missed by some marks after getting into interview stage. I should not leave it. Then within 1 week, I had to give the prelims again. And this time I was able to make it. So it's all about the hard work that one puts in and the patience that we strive in that enables us to get the rank.
All right. Jayashree, let me check if I have a few questions from the students. They wanted to know, you have already answered us about that. You had what you had in optional, you had geography. There's a question that in optional paper two, candidates like score more marks. So what is the reason that why people get to more marks in optional paper two? Is there any specific reason like that?
I don't think so because I got 153 in my paper one, which is more than my paper two, which is 134, I guess.
Okay. And okay, one more thing, that you had English medium. You were like you had given UPSC in English medium. So is there any like any kind of what you can say, benefit for English medium students or other regional language, like people get for their like answer writing, if you're from English medium, and if you're not from English medium, you're giving exam in Hindi medium or any other regional language, if you're giving exam. So does it make any difference?
I think UPSC has given everyone the equal opportunities. So it's beneficial for all the people who are in the regional because every source is available. If we can approach our specific universities, suppose in Canada as well, there are like universities who give us content in the Canada as well. So it's equally it's equally taken care of. So it's well and good.
Maybe they are not able to find the right resources, but otherwise you are saying that opportunities are equal. I mean, there is no
Yes, ma'am.
differentiation. All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
See, like you're saying that every day, every aspirants like have self doubt. So, in your week time, like what you used to do to overcome? Like, is there any particular habit, like you're saying that you used to do yoga or anything which makes you keep motivated?
Yes, ma'am. First, meditation and yoga. Being physically active. Whenever we feel down, I think we should move out of the our wherever we are staying, being alone. We should talk to our family members, loved ones, who will be like. There will be one person who will be motivating for us. Like we will be. For me, my brother was the one who is constantly guiding. Whenever I used to feel down, I used to talk to my brother. Then again to my mother, I used to talk. Friends are equally important whenever we feel down and they know the situation what we are in. So we used to encourage each other, motivate each other. So like when we get low, we should not waste the time, rather than we should utilize it to ask questions, whatever we have done, revise through discussions. So having a group of friends who are equally motivated helps us in sailing through this any difficulties.
What are your hobbies, Kalshi?
Ma'am, I love to swim. I go for swimming generally. Especially, I used to go for swimming as well. When I used to feel down, also, like being physically active used to motivate me. So, going for swimming, I used to do, and I used to read a lot of books. Like I used to read APJ Abdul Kalam's all book, Ignited Minds and Wings of Fire. So, these were my hobbies.
Okay, reading and swimming is your hobby.
Yes.
Okay, and Let me check. People want to know that during the essay writing practice, how did you manage and how to get good marks in essay writing? Is there any strategy you can share?
Essay, like every year, essay topics are becoming philosophical. So one generally we used to think the GS knowledge used to help. But last year, both the essays were philosophical. So focusing on, like, it will be in line with the ethics as well, writing more individualistic, making it more original. What gets us the essay very good marks. So I think it is having the hands that cradle rules the world. So it's a quote by some some author. It's a poem actually. So thinking on that aspects, even in the normal, like whenever we are preparing, when we get a quote, what we can we assume from that? What can we write about it? So thinking in that broader angle can make us to write better essay. So one has to practice. One has to think and write it down. So one can do good if they can practice much.
More practice, because normally what happens, you know a lot but you are not able to express it, or you cannot make able to write on the paper. So there I think many aspirants like that, they have a lot of knowledge but they are not able to make it on the paper. And during the preparation it has been seen that many aspirants, like, um, they don't take care of their health. I mean, not eating on time, not sleeping on time. Maybe they are studying for hours and then again they are feeling they are not eating. So is there anything you want to say about a routine, that how they should follow a good routine?
Yes, ma'am, definitely. Because the moment we miss out our routine, we feel lethargic. Then that goes on for a 1 day, 2 day, it becomes a week. So having a right habits, like one can study in the late nights also, in the early evenings also. So they early morning as well. So they have to identify their productive time and make a routine and have that consistency with self discipline. So routine is the most important thing, along with some physical activity is the most important, because having very good like any having a right routine with the physical activities makes us our mind more freer and more productive. Constantly reading for 14-15 hours does not help. After like 2-3 hours we have to take a break, we have to go for a walk. And even the right food actually make us more light also. Eating heavy food, again we feel sleepy. So I think we have to be more cautious on the way we eat also, the kind of food we take, being very light and focusing on our like health aspects, physical health. We should go for a walk whenever we feel down, and we should do like for my personally, yoga has helped me a lot to be more disciplined and to be more peaceful. Yeah, I too used to face very much low when I was not able to make it. Yoga was the one that more physically active, the better sleep we get. The better we sleep, the more productive we'll be in the morning.
Surely. I mean, such a lovely guide, like suggestions you have shared. Obviously, if we feel good from the inside, obviously, then we can bring something good in our life. And
Yes.
since, like you're saying that you have given exams earlier, is there any point have come like when you are planning to change your optional, or did you ever plan like change your optional subject?
Uh, since my option was geography, there were many thoughts. There were many friends who were suggesting geography is not scoring. I think you should change the optional. But geography was my interest. I know in my mind I won't be changing it. However, it takes difficulty, however vast it is. So it's the interest is the one that will definitely get you marks. So if you're interested in it, and before that, before taking an optional, you would have thought, this is my favorite subject and I'm going to do whatever it takes. So it has helped me a lot that I'm going to do whatever it takes. Though it is a vast, I'm able to get my optional marks very well this time. So I'm happy that my optional marks have been great this time.
Okay, such a lovely talk with you, Kalpashree. And one more thing, like when you know that there is prelims in June, like after
Yes.
4 5 days. So, is there any suggestion you want to give to the aspirants, those who are watching you and expecting a good advice from you, especially for the prelims, what they should take care of, something like that, especially those who are like giving first attempt.
Yes, ma'am, definitely. Now this is the time we should make right framework, right set of minds, right mindset. That sometimes last week of the prelims is the one that we get more nervous, more feeling anxious about the exam, how we will do. I think rather than that, if we take exam as a normal exam and keep solving PYQs in the last week, solving more number of questions, not from the institutes, but PYQs. Focus on PYQs, get the language of UPSC. That will definitely help you. This is what helped me for clearing last two attempts of my prelims. So I would suggest for all the aspirants, keep solving the questions. Definitely, you're going to do good.
All right. Thank you so much, and thank you for sharing, like giving us some time and sharing the wonderful tips with you. Wish you luck for the future, and I hope you will serve the society with the intention you have come, like with such noble intention you have come in this civil services. All the best, Kalpashree. Thank you for giving us this time.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.